So you were black again. They all seem to play e4, and you're also an e4 player. A lot of e4s, which is a good move. And this is a guy who likes the good old queen h5. Well, we know how to deal with that. So he's attacking our pawn on e5. So first things first, we protect that pawn while developing a piece. And he did not play this bishop c4. Do you remember what to do against bishop c4?
I play d5, is it?
d5.
I think I've saw so many variations. I've so many games at my level. I do
if
find it
he
hard to.
if he
I
takes it, so not
yeah.
d5, not d5. That's just
I g6.
g6. That's the way to go. And if they then play the queen f3 to still threaten checkmate,
Play knight to f6.
then you play knight f6, and you've pushed him back. There's no more checkmate, and in the meantime, you've developed your pieces. So black is already better here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's one to remember because it's queen h5. They do that a lot.
Yeah.
But this guy played something else after your knight c6. He did not go bishop c4. He went knight h3. Okay, fine. There's no checkmate threat, so you just develop a piece and attack his queen. And black is already better because his queen was played to h5 and now needs to play again. So in the first 4 moves, he made 2 queen moves.
Yeah.
And that's not what you need to do in the opening. Bishop c5, another piece developed. c3, d6, getting your other bishop out. b4, okay, fine. You can attack my bishop. I like your in-between move here. You did not, of course, bishop b6 is a fine move here, but you first said, I'm going to attack your queen.
Yeah.
In-between move, nice. Queen saves itself, and now you just calmly retreat your bishop.
Yeah.
Now, black is already much better here. You have all your pieces into the game. You're ready to castle. He plays a3. I don't know what that move does. What does that add to the position? Nothing. That's a ridiculous move. It's just saying I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Queen e7 because you want to castle queenside again. Knight g5. Yes, let's play with the same piece twice.
Yeah.
Well, we got everything at home. That doesn't threaten anything, so you don't have to react to it. And you castled queenside, and I've just highlighted all his pieces there.
Yeah.
King in the middle, 2 bishops at home, a knight at home, rooks in a corner. Black has a great game here.
Yeah.
d4. You took, and he played c4. Yeah, that pawn, when he played d4, that pawn is attacked 3 times and only defended once. So d4 is a bad move. So you win a pawn.
Yeah.
And c4. And now, do you remember the big blunder you made here?
No, but I'm looking at knight takes e4 here.
Knight takes e4.
No. I
Yeah.
was earlier, sorry, but it's not on now.
Okay, why is it not on?
Because the knight on g5 can take it back.
Yeah.
And then I can take it back with the queen.
Yes, he's attacked twice and only defended once. So knight takes e4, you said.
Yeah.
Uh,
He takes.
he takes.
I take.
And you take with check. And this is great for black.
Oh, yeah.
But after knight takes e4, and this move that you just played, does white... Of course, white does not have to recapture. Is there something else he can do? Can white capture another of your pieces? Yes. With check. And ouch, it's check. So, and now he's attacking this guy twice, and it's only defended once. So queen takes g4 is a refutation of knight takes e4.
Yeah.
So, in this position, you cannot really take on e4 because your queen gets unprotected. Sorry, your bishop on g4 will be unprotected. Oops, sorry, this bishop. What would you, now that you see that knight takes e4 is not possible, what would you play here?
Any checks? I would play pawn to d5.
Okay, you're trying. I think as know what you're trying to do. You're trying to open up the position so that you
Mm,
can get at the on uh, king in the middle. Is that what you're trying to do?
You're trying to get a little breakthrough here.
Yeah, yeah, I like that. D5 is a nice move
That's not the
because
one you're looking for, is it?
well, no, it is. It's a good move.
Mm.
And
Yeah,
if he takes, what do you do then?
I would. I'll have to save my knight, so I would move my knight to e5.
Yeah, it's possible. You also have a better move. A pinned piece is a bad defender.
Right, so I would. Okay, I could take with my rook or my knight. I could take the pawn on d5.
Yes. And which one is better? One is clearly better than the other, and why?
I take with my knight.
Okay, and why is that better than raking with the rook?
It covers more squares.
Yes. And tactically, if you just look at the tactics, knight takes d5, can white then capture one of your pieces?
Um, so if I take with the knight,
If you take with the knight, let's say it's not a good move because
oh yeah, white. What can white take? You can't take my knight back, and you can't take anything here. What can white? What can? Is there something undefended in black's camp?
you tell me,
Right. He can take my bishop.
he can indeed with check.
Oh yeah, so it was defending that, wasn't it?
Exactly. So the knight is defending the bishop. So what is the best move here?
I take with the rook.
You take with the rook. Exactly. Take with the rook, and at the same time you're attacking this guy. Okay, he's protected by the bishop. But yeah, you might want to play the rook there, and then you suddenly get another piece against his king. So yeah.
Mm,
So I like your move d5 in this position. This is what you suggested, but you have to see that after c takes d5 that you can take with the rook because the e-pawn is pinned
yes.
and you have a very good position. So when you play something like d5, you have to have seen that because if he takes and you have to flee with the knight, as you suggested, then it didn't really work out for you,
Mhm.
the d5 move. Okay. Another move that I saw here, if we go back here, this is the position where you suggested d5, which is a good move. You could also kick the knight back, and if he goes, then this pawn is up for grabs. You can just take it with your queen.
By removing the defender.
Yeah, exactly. You just remove the defender.
Mm.
Okay, so h6 is possible. d5, I like that move, but you played a bad one. Do you remember what you played here?
No.
Look at this, what you did. Oops.
Oh yeah. Oh, did I win this game?
You do in this game because he didn't see it.
Okay. Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
I went, oh, gotta bring it back.
Oh, you do remember that once
Yeah,
you
I
did
do
it,
know.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, knight takes e4 and he has a queen. But he didn't see it. He believed you. Uh, and he said, I'm in check, and he's played his king. Ouch.
It's nice to be on this side of the block for once.
Yes. And now you went back quickly before the knight could grab you. So you've just won an important pawn there, and his king has no longer castling rights. So you're totally winning here. F3, kicking your bishop. Okay, fine. Bishop goes back. King c2. Oh, what a move. King c2. Look at all his pieces.
Yeah.
They're so sad. Those pieces are so upset. They're being completely ignored. And white thinks he can win his game with just his queen and his knight, and that's not how chess works.
Yeah.
Knight h5, attacking the queen. Queen h4, and you play g6 to protect your knight. He plays b5. Yeah, let's make more pawn moves. Let's not develop our pieces. Knight a5. Bishop e2, ring the newspaper.
Mm.
He developed a piece. Bishop f5 check. And bishop d3. So now the only piece that he developed will now be swapped. Oh, here you have a lovely move. You took on d3 with check, which is fine, but you have a lovely tactic here. Quite an advanced tactic, but I'll let you have a little look if you can find it. It's a queen move. Beautiful queen move
Yeah.
you have here.
Is it queen to e2?
Is that a guess, or is that did you see what the point is?
Because it's pinned.
Yeah. So queen e2 is check, and if he plays,
Can't take because it's pinned.
yeah, very good. And if he plays that one, for example, what did you do then?
I queen takes d3.
Exactly. So you also it's beautiful because you win a
Yeah.
piece. It's also a double attack. You know, queen e2 is check, and it is attacking the bishop for a second time. So it's a double
Because
attack.
because in my first two games there was pinned pieces, and because I know because I said it very quickly. You said, "Is it a guess?" But the reason why I looked, it's the bishop is defended by the pawn on g6, so there's obviously a pin, and he can't take because what did you say? A pin piece is a poor defender.
Yes.
So I'm looking, and straight away it comes to me because
Yeah.
that's the theme. If you tell me, if I know the theme, I can see straight away, and that's at least it's there. At least I'm getting it. So
It
um,
is. No, and it wasn't a guess. So no, I was just asking, is it a
yeah,
guess?
of course,
Because
yeah,
sometimes you have a tendency to do
sure,
that.
yeah,
But in this case, it wasn't. So no, it's great. It's great. It's a beautiful tactic.
yeah,
But yeah, if you don't spot it, then yeah, it's not very obvious, I guess, but it's beautiful. But the way if you don't see it, then you just swap on d3. You just get the king on d3, and you just swapped off the only developed piece that white just brought in the game.
yeah.
And I like your play here, rook d to e8. Yes, that rook was not happy here, looking at his own pawns. So you put a rook on an open file. That's where they want to go. Beautiful move, rook e8. C5. Let's make another pawn move. And you could have taken, but you saw the counter attack. Queen e2 check. You did not worry about this bishop. There's more. We're going in for the kill.
Mm.
King takes d4. And now you have mate in one. What
Okay.
is mate in one here?
Is it bishop takes pawn on c5?
It is indeed. No, it's not. It's not. That's not checkmate. It's what you played, but it's not checkmate because after bishop takes c5, what square does he still have?
C3.
Yeah, he can still go to c3, which
Yeah,
he
I
did.
saw that. Right, I'll have to do
So
that. Right, so let me work this out then. So he can't go to here. Here. Is it? Is it queen to e5?
well, have a look. Is queen e5 checkmate, or is that still a square?
Oh, there's still a square. There's d3.
There's d3. Yeah. Okay, so
Mm,
let's go back. Mate in
okay,
one.
mating one. Um, is it knight to b3? No.
Why not?
Okay, because he still has c3.
Yeah. And he also has d5.
Right.
Let's
Okay.
do
So
squares. Yeah.
let's go. Let's move the rook. Do we even move? No, we don't move the rook because the pawn on f3 can take. What do I move for it to be checkmate? I'm a bit embarrassed now, I'll be honest. Boom, boom.
It's a queen move.
Yeah. So make sure you edit this when we do. Yeah. Uh, is it? I've said e3, which it's not. I can't
No.
say e4 because the pawn's protected under. I've said. Hold on. No. Okay. Is it? I don't even know this. Okay. Is it queen to c4?
Bingo! Queen c4 is checkmate.
That's
Protected
a
by the knight. and all the squares are taken. Yeah,
That was a difficult one, that was.
it was. So in a game, I'm not surprised you didn't see it. And bishop takes c5 is such a logical move. I highlighted the pieces again. But with check, taking something with check, king in the middle of the board, I probably would have played it as well. But yeah, it's not surprising that there's a checkmate. There's so many of your pieces around.
Yeah.
The king is just on its own. Not surprising there's a mate in one. But bishop takes c5 check is fine. King c3, only move. And you took on b5. Yeah, let's take all his stuff. He takes on f7. Well, we don't really care about that too much. And yes, you played rook h to f8, which is a fine move, bringing your last piece into the game, attacking his knight. Nice move. But let's do a little tactic. You have here a double attack, which wins that knight. And he has taken your pawn on f7, but you win the knight with a nice double attack.
Queen to c. I was going to say c4, but then the queen defends that.
Yes, good that you saw that. So it's not queen c4, but you're on the right path.
A double attack.
It's a queen double attack, not on c4, on another square, where it does the same thing.
Yeah, b3.
Yes, good man. Queen b3 check. That's just a lovely double attack, protected by the knight. It's check. And
I'm going to say something which I'm sure people at my level will say is, it's so hard to see these things.
Yeah, it is. But in the first game, you saw the double attack of knight e7, hitting the king and the queen. In this case, it's a double attack with the queen. And that's why I gave you these sheets with double attacks, because if you practice them, you get better at them. And they're hard to see, but by practicing, they become easier to see.
It just blows your mind what's actually available on a chessboard.
Oh, it's incredible. It's endless. Yeah, but this, if I had given you this as a sheet, you would have said, oh, queen b3 check wins the knight.
Yeah. So if I move the queen, check, obviously checks captures attacks to b3 because it's supported by the knight, of course. If it wasn't supported, the king just takes.
Yeah.
And then they go, right, okay. And then it's also down the diagonal of the f7 knight. Yeah, he moves. Oh, yeah, that's how I would have worked it out.
Yeah, king d2, and you take the knight, and you're more pieces up. Yeah, but it's not that rook h f8 is also fine. You're totally winning. But yeah, there was a little tactic there. You see how it's such a tactical game, and these tactics appear because we have not in the last 10 minutes not seen any tactical possibilities for white. Yeah. And why not? Because his pieces are not playing. You cannot have nice tactics if your pieces are at home.
Yeah.
But when you have everything developed and he takes on f7, and suddenly you have queen b3 check because all your pieces, the knight is defending the queen is attacking the king and attacking the knight. It's just in good positions, tactics will appear.
Yeah.
So that's the good thing. hf8, queen g4 check. Okay, you step aside. Another example where it's good to take a little step towards the corner for the king when you castle queenside. a4, attacking your queen. Well, who cares? Queen c6. Knight h6. He's still playing with the same pieces. This is such a bad player, Gem Films. Don't know how he got a rating of 687. Anyway, maybe he's not a bad player, but he played a bad game here. Bishop e3 check. Nice discovered check from your queen on his king.
Yeah.
King d3. Bishop takes c1, and that was a double attack. It's attacked. Well, it's attackers versus defenders. That bishop was attacked twice and only defended once, so you can take it for free. Good move. And
what was he defended? Oh, yeah, defended by the rook. Yeah.
Yeah, attacked by your bishop and queen, and defended by his rook on h1. Yeah, so you have to take with the bishop. But it's another piece. And he was disillusioned. He played queen g3, and that missed that you can just take it. He took back, rook e3 check, king d4, and now there are 3 possible mate in ones. You played rook
Oh,
fe8, which, is also fine. But I'd
yeah.
like you to find the 3 mate in ones in this position.
Queen to c5.
Queen c5 is checkmate indeed. And there's 2 more checkmates in one that are available here.
Queen to c4.
Excellent. That's the second one. And the last one, what is also mate in one here?
I would say it is. What's the next one? I was going to say queen to c3, but it's not because the knight can take.
Yeah.
So it must be. Can we do queen to b6?
Yeah, we can. Is that mate? What about the d5 square?
Yeah, he's got d5.
Yeah.
So the next one would be. So I've done one. I've done two. Contact there. Contact there. Oh, Rick, I can't see this third one. Is it? Is it? It's moving the queen.
It's a knight move.
Okay. B3, please.
Knight b3 is also checkmate. Yeah, it's a lovely checkmate. Man, this is beautiful. Bishop protecting the rook, knight delivering check, and the rook taking all those squares away, and the queen taking all that away.
So let me guess. I didn't get any of them three.
No, but that's fine. Yeah, there's checkmates here, but
Yeah.
you're so winning. Even this is impossible to ruin. You just everything. You have so much material up, and his king is on d4. You play rook fe8. Just bring another attacker to the party. I'm not criticizing you for not finding mate in one. I like that you bring another piece to the party. Knight a3. Yeah, it's too late to develop your pieces now, mate. You took it. And that was another knight a3 is not a safe move because it's attacked twice, defended only once. So you just take another piece. You take all those pieces. And knight g4. Yeah, attacking your rook. And now there are 5 mates in one.
Oh, wow.
And you found one of them. You found queen c4. That's checkmate. There's a little exercise. Let's see if you can find the other 4 mates in ones. Mates in one. One is enough, but just for calculation.
Bishop to c5.
Is checkmate. That's correct.
There's one.
That's the second one. So queen c4
Yeah.
and bishop c5. So 3 more.
Knight to b3.
Knight b3 is still there. Exactly, that is checkmate. And there's 2 more.
Queen to c5.
Queen c5. Excellent. And the last one I find the most beautiful. Don't know why.
I've just noticed bishop to b2.
Oh, very nice. I like that move. It's nice checkmate. Yeah, the rook is protected by the other rook. Yeah, and everything, all the other squares are taken away. Bishop b2 is also checkmate.
Yeah. That's not...
And his rooks are looking on, but the king being massacred. It's 32 moves, and the rooks have not moved.
Yeah.
And all the other pieces that he moved he lost them straight away. So, this is if a guy like this can reach a 687 rating, then you're just already a much better player than he is. Okay, maybe he had a bad game.
Yeah.
But it was a very bad game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, those were your last 3 games, and you won them all. But indeed, there's still lots to talk about.
Of course.
Anything else on this game?
No, thank you.